I have decided to make this video. It has been something that I've wanted to do for a very long time now. Just share some thoughts on what is going on in the world, with my world, with how many of my friends are being forced to do something they don't want to do, and I think we need to talk about it. So, as of the 1st of October, unless I get the COVID vaccine, I am not able to return to work. I've decided that I do not want to be a part of this system anymore, which is really sad. Really sad to say goodbye to nursing, but I think that's what has happened. So, for those who don't know me, I am a registered nurse. I still am, for now. I always wanted to be a nurse. I think ever since I was little, ever since I remembered. I went to the careers counsellor at school when I was 16, and said that I didn't want to do year 12 at school. I just wanted to go straight to uni and straight into study, because I knew that I wanted to be a nurse. That was all I've ever wanted. I was told not to bother, not to apply to nursing at that time to finish my year 12. My grades weren't high enough and there was no point. Back then, I did not like to get told what I should or should not be doing, or what I could or could not do. So I said to the careers no, I didn't actually say to her. I thought, screw her, how dare she say that to me? I can do whatever I want, and I will. So I applied for nursing and I was accepted. I started university at the age of 16. I graduated with my Bachelor of Nursing degree at the age of 19, and I started work as a registered nurse at the age of 19. It is all I've ever done, and I love it. I love my job. I love caring for people. I have been so blessed to have such a wonderful career. I've met so many beautiful souls and looked after and had the pleasure to be at people's sides in their most vulnerable times of their lives, and it has brought me so much joy, so much sadness, so much peace, so much happiness. It's been really amazing, and it's really sad that I think that this has come to an end. There is so much of why I have to leave, and it's not just about what is happening today. It has been a long time coming. This medical system is not for health. It's not making us healthy. It's not serving us. It is keeping us sick. It's making money. It's making profits.
COVID, you never know what's around the corner, but we're very confident that there are no cases, and that the game can go ahead on Saturday.
It's not about caring for people at all, and I can't be a part of it anymore.
And we're trying to make sure that people don't die, and we protect our society, and in particular those people who are vulnerable. So, I don't know what they're railing about. I think they should go back to work. If nurses are involved in it, that's very worrying that we have nurses with those attitudes, and obviously they'll need to be vaccinated if they want to keep their jobs.
Yeah, I can't do it. So, as most of you know who know me, I had chronic fatigue syndrome. I suffered for 13 years. 10 years I was really ill. 3 years was my journey back to wellness, and I don't ever, ever, ever want to experience that pain and that illness ever again. And I do believe that if I am forced to have this vaccine, that there is a huge chance that it will damage me again. And I don't deserve that. I don't deserve ill health, and I won't put myself through it, and I won't risk it. It's too risky, and I can't. I have documented notes with my amazing doctor that I had over on the Sunshine Coast. I was so indoctrinated.
West Australian, you want to come home, you should do it now. You should do it now. So you apply for your G2G pass, you get vaccinated, you get tested, and you come home now.
At that time that I found her still, I mean, I was just waking up really. And she asked me to write a timeline of, she had me write in all my vaccines, and I hadn't even thought about it. I'd always got all my vaccines. I'd had extra shots, I had boosters, I had travel vaccines, I did everything right. All my worst relapses lined up with the vaccines that I had taken, and I was really shocked. This was really hard. I used to work in a GP. I had done courses about vaccines. I used to vaccinate little babies every day, and I thought I was doing the right thing. I went to courses. I was told everything is safe and effective, and you shouldn't question anything because we have science, and the science is there, and everything is safe and everything's effective. And
advice we had this morning, so I spoke to the Chief Health Officer and Health Minister this morning. We had an emergency management team meeting. There's nothing to stop the game going ahead.
And now I know that that is not true, and I'm so sad that I didn't see it earlier. That's okay. I had a mother come back to me with her baby having a seizure in her arms, and I told her that, like, I don't know what I said, but we're told that is a normal vaccine reaction, that can be a normal reaction. Can't even get an exemption for that. Having a seizure after a vaccine is a normal reaction. And maybe next time you just take your child to the hospital and you have your child vaccinated, where the crash trolley is ready if something else happens. Are we okay with this? Do we truly think that this is okay, and that this is what health is about, and this is how we stay healthy? When our babies and our children and ourselves, when we have these reactions and we get so sick and our brain has stopped working, that it's causing seizures through our whole entire body, are we actually okay with that? To go back into hospital and to put our children through that again? I'm not okay with it. And I'm not okay with everyone who is now being coerced into something that they don't want. I just think that it should be a choice. There are risks. I work in emergency at times. I work on the wards, seeing stuff in the wards as well. Hey, Nika. We are having COVID vaccine reactions come through our hospital system every single day. And I will tell you now that nothing is getting reported to the TGA. Yes, it is being written in patient notes, but this does not go on documentation, government documentation, vaccine reaction, injuries, reports. It goes in the notes, and it never gets looked at ever again. What I've had to do is I've had to let my patients know that they're not getting reported on. I know that patients can self-report. Unfortunately, a lot of people have written that they've been okay afterwards and have self-reported that they're okay. I've had to ask them to go back and change their reports because we're not doing it. So when people say that we have science and that they're following the science and that they believe in the science, I'd like to ask you, what science are you following? Because I'm not seeing the science. It's not being reported on. When you're reading the studies, who is paying for the studies? Who's funding them? So I think if you would actually look closely, you would see that they're being funded by the pharmaceutical companies themselves, by the people making the vaccines, by the people making the drugs. And if it's not blatantly obvious, then you need to research the names who are funding it and the companies that are funding it, because they are all linked. And we know science is very easily manipulated. It is very easy to get the answers that you want, and it can be written in multiple ways. And somebody's making money, if Big Pharma is making money off a medication, off a vaccine. I mean, these aren't even vaccines, what we have now. It's not even a vaccine. It's not preventing the spread of illness. It's not preventing you from getting sick. It's not a vaccine. We should not even be using this word, but because this is what we're calling it, I'm just going to keep calling it. I would prefer to use the term experimental biological agent, because that's closer to the truth. But anyway, I would invite you to have a look at these studies and find out who's funding them, because how can you trust something where the science is coming from the makers? Of course, if they're having reactions, of course, if they're having issues with it, they're not going to own up to this. They haven't. We know this. This is repeated in history so many times. Yet we're still, why are we so blind? We're still so blind. It's really frustrating. It's got personal. I've lost my job. I'm losing my job over this. I've had friends walk away from me.
I don't know what they're protesting about. We are free. We don't have lockdowns. We have an open society. We have everyone in work. What are they going on about? I think it's more an anti-vaxxer campaign. And I just urge those people to grow up. Grow up. Medicine is part of modern society, and it has been for 200 years.
And I don't really understand why. I mean, shouldn't we just all have a choice? Like, I don't, if you want to do the research, if you feel like you've done your research and you've made up your mind and you want to have these vaccines, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. I'm okay with it. And I can still be your friend, and we can still hang out, and we can still have fun, and I love you. I don't understand why people are walking away from me and why I can't go to work. I have worked so fucking hard on my health. So fucking hard. I am so healthy. I'm happy. I'm so good. I don't get sick. I don't remember the last time I had the common cold. During this year, yes, I did. I got gastro. I went to the Wiggles concert with my niece and I got gastro. But I didn't go to work. I stayed at home and I didn't leave my house for 48 hours. I don't know if many other people say that. People go to work sick all the time. I don't. I do not spread germs. If I'm sick, I won't see anyone. There's no way I was going back to work. I felt fine within 8 hours after my illness, the gastro finished. 8 hours I was back to normal, full-on energy, felt fantastic. I stayed home for an extra 2 days because I did not want to spread it to anyone at work. I didn't go to the supermarket. I didn't want to spread it to anyone at the supermarket. Why can't we just take responsibility for ourselves and for others around us and stay healthy? And when we're not, and when we do have these illnesses, we stay at home. And this does not mean shutting down the country to stay at home. It doesn't mean locking us indoors. It doesn't mean locking people indoors that are healthy. It means stay at home when you're sick. And why we're being told, healthy people are being told to not go out, it's just disgusting. This is not life. This is not what we were meant to do as humans. We were not meant to cut these connections. Not meant to say goodbye to friends who have been with us for a long time, or new friends that we thought we'd made connections with, but now one's vaccinated and one's not vaccinated. You know, why are we having these differences of opinions? Why are we splitting? Why are we breaking up? It's not necessary. You know, we should have a choice, and we can still be friends. I really don't understand. I really want to just thank all the beautiful nurses and the doctors and the other healthcare professionals that I have connected with over the last few months. You guys are so special. I don't know if other people still want to work. I really hope that we all don't walk out of our jobs. I know obviously we will be if we have to get this vaccine, because I know the people that I've met will not get it as well, which is amazing. But these are really, really, really amazing nurses and doctors and healthcare workers and professionals, and they are the type of people that we need in the system. I'm really scared that we're all going to walk out and we're going to have these closed-minded nurses that are working for the system and don't really care. I worked on a ward about a month ago, and I looked after a man in his 40s. He was formed under the Mental Health Act. He was on the 10th floor. He was in a 4-bedded room, and he did not even have a window bed. Now, I'm sure he's had many bed changes in rooms, but at this stage he didn't even have a window. He had been in hospital for 39 days. He had not been outside for 39 days. 39 days. Nobody had asked him if he wanted to go outside or had sought permission from the psych team to take him outside for fresh air after 39 days. This is what the medical system is doing to people right now. How can anyone get healthy without fresh air? So obviously I took him outside. I didn't get permission. I used my own common sense. I assessed him. He's been in hospital for 39 days. He was not going to run away. He was not a harm to others. He wasn't a harm to himself at that time. He was improving and getting better. So I took him outside. I bumped into his medical doctor in the lift. Naughty nurse. She asked me what I was doing and if I had permission from the psych team to take him outside. And I said to her that I didn't have permission and that I had assessed the situation and that he had not been outside for 39 days and that I was taking him outside. I thought I was going to be complained about. I wrote to the ANF, who you don't even need to go there. I'm going to cancel my subscription with them. So I wrote to the Nursing Federation and told them what happened and that I was expecting to have a big complaint made against me because I didn't follow protocol, and I spoke quite rudely to the doctor. That's what I do. I stand up for the people who need it. My patients, my beautiful human beings. They deserve so much more than what we're giving them. And this is what the hospital system is now losing out on. They're losing out on the nurses who think holistically, nurses who love with so much and care so much. And I'm really sad that people are going to suffer even more because we're not there. But we can't be anymore. We just can't be part of this system that is keeping people sick. Because I feel like, I don't know, I know that we're all going to do something even more amazing. And I know it's just so hard because I know I do make a difference to these people's lives, even if it is just for a few hours of the day, a full day. But something's got to change, and I think the only way we can bring change is if we let the system go. And I don't know what's going to happen on the 1st of October and then the 1st of November. I don't know who else is walking out. I mean, I know a lot of us are, and I know A lot of us want to, and I know a lot of us are also getting the vaccines, even though they don't want to, but they don't know what else to do because they don't want to lose their jobs. Anyways, I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to share my thoughts and my sadness. And I just pray that we're going to be okay. And I hope nobody gets hurt in October and November when we have a whole bunch of nursing and medical professionals walk out, and our beautiful, beautiful colleagues, the orderlies, the cleaners, the kitchen staff. I just really hope that nobody is harmed. And I just pray that this mandate gets removed, because nobody should be forced into making this decision. It's not a decision when you're being forced. It's not consent. It's just absolute pure coercion and bullying, and it's criminal. It's absolutely criminal. I could go on forever. I just have so much love for the world and humans and animals and people and everyone on it, and I just want us to all be okay. And I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I'm not going to work this week and next week. I hate that I can't go to work post-October. Yeah, sending so much love and prayers, and that I hope nobody else gets hurt because of this vaccine and with all the health professionals leaving. I need to go and have a big cry.